523. Welcome to the start of week 2. I hope everyone had a great first week and found the class interesting. And I have not gotten any emails to say anyone's struggling with the switch over to Canvas from Blackboard. So hopefully that's going well as well. If there are any issues, please reach out to me. I don't want to. I want to make sure that the LMS isn't putting up barriers to your learning. Um, I have been going through the discussion board and interacting. It's really good and robust discussion, so I'd say keep it up. The one thing on the discussion board I would put out there is make sure you're posting early. If you wait till the first round is due Thursday night, it doesn't give anyone a lot of time to comment and have that robust discussion. So I would highly encourage you to by Tuesday or even midday Wednesday to get those posts up. But the discussion has been great. I'm going to spend a little bit more time tonight going through some of those discussion questions as well. In the next day or two, I'll try to have those grades for you so you know how to gauge your discussion questions based off of the scoring. But so far, it has been really good. So let's jump into week 2. As always, I like to start with a quote. I am not a product of my circumstances. I'm a product of my decisions. That's not a book or a movie, which I like to use. But this past week, couple weeks really, there's been a lot of conversations with my staff and those I work with, my colleagues around circle of control, circle of concern. If you don't know about it, look it up. It's really freeing, and what it essentially says is if you're wasting energy on things you cannot control, that's wasted energy. And so if you're putting your energy towards those things you can control, that's a good use of your energy and actually expands your circle of influence. And I know it's just really easy to get focused on the things we can't control, but that really is wasting our mental capacity and time. And so look it up if you don't really know what circle of control, circle of concern is. You can just put that in a Google machine and it'll definitely, there's a lot of good information out there. Um, so this week, the question and the assignment, your first assignment is due, really starts talking about human-centered design in the classroom. Human-centered design, design thinking, once again, we'll use those interchangeably. And I really do think that first step of empathizing with the end user gets missed because it's just easy to overlook. And if we don't do that, a lot of times the end product, the end thing doesn't meet the needs of the end user. And that's where frustration comes in. So this is another good week. The content's great. This week, we're looking at human-centered design in the classroom, like I said, and empathy mapping. That's your project for this week. And so let's jump right in. Once again, the content for the week, there's a new article, which I will pop to right here. It really is design thinking is a challenge to teach, and that's a good thing. For me, one of the biggest things to really think about in design thinking, and I love this first sentence, I think it succinctly defines it better than anything I've really read, is it's a way to define and solve tough challenges. Right at the end of the day, because solving a challenge means it's a good outcome or a good result. And so that at the end of the day is the best definition. So this article is not that long. It's a really good summary of design thinking and designing for use for student use. That being said, remember, let me go back to that first tab, that you do have content for the week, but there's also 2 articles within the assignment. So your assignment number 2, or I'm sorry, assignment number 1 is due at the end of this week, Sunday by 11:59. And so, as always, if I scroll down, there's a video for each assignment. So I'm not going to go into depth for the assignment, for any assignment really in these videos, because each video or each assignment has its own video. So watch that. It's 6 minutes or so. And then after watching that, take a look at the map or the rubric. If you don't understand anything on the rubric or from the video, then reach out to me. But it's all the information's there. The biggest thing I want you to know, and I've said this in all the videos I've put on so far, is one, they all build on each other. So there's 5 major assignments. They all build off of each other. So make sure this first one is really important to start you off well. And then make sure each one, it's not some hypothetical you're making up. Everybody's using the same hypothetical that there was a chemical spill. It's going to take about a week to clean up. And so school administration has decided that everybody's switching to online format for a week. So that's kind of the scenario we're using. Once again, there's a couple articles to help define a little bit better for you. And then a copy here is the template for your empathy map. Once again, pop back into this video and it'll give you all the information you need there. So that's our assignment for the week. It's kind of fun to dream and try to think of solutions to hard problems. And so most students enjoy all the projects for this class, but this first one, getting you started. Your discussion board question is the changing role of the designer. You would be that designer for your classroom. You might even be that designer for committees or something you're on within your district. So watch the video. Once again, you can play it right in here, or you can open it in YouTube or open it in a bigger window. So you don't have to leave this page if you don't want to, but you can. And so view the video above where Don Norman, same guy from last week, discusses the 4 basic principles of human-centered design. In the video, Norman alludes to the tendency individuals have to address the symptoms to the problems rather than identify the core fundamental causes. Reflect on that and be specific with some examples in your situations. I think all of us that have ever been in a classroom would say that that happens quite frequently, that we're putting Band-Aids on things that Band-Aids aren't going to fix. We got to get to the core root of the issue, whether it's, it may be that student had a parent die. Maybe that's the core root of why they're acting out, or that you don't have enough resources to do the science lesson that your administrator said you need to do. So think about it in those kind of framings. So really for this week, you have assignment 1, that empathy map is due at the end of the week. And then don't forget about your reflection for readings. And I'll go back through tonight and actually look at week 1, but every week will have its own link. I will tell you, as of about 8 o'clock Pacific time right now, Wakelet is actually, their servers are down. And so if you're trying to do it right now, just to show you that it doesn't matter, it's having a problem loading. So I'll check over the next couple days. This is for week 2. So we'll make sure that's working. And then looking ahead, this is for the next couple weeks. You have your assignment 2 is due at the end of next week, and then assignment 3 is due the following week. So the next couple weeks, there are assignments due. Just so you know, assignment 2 is you're defining the problem statement. So I won't go into much here because right now you should be focusing on the first assignment, but just know that that's the second step in it, and that already has a video for it as well. I haven't had the time to get the assignments 3 through 5, their videos up, but you have the videos for the next 2 assignments. So that's looking out a little bit farther. Looking just to next week, to week 3, there's 1 article. There are a couple links on the assignment. So just guess about 3 articles to read online. There's no discussion board questions, so you won't have time to devote to that. That's for week 3. And assignment 2 will be due at the end of the week. So you can spend all your energies on reading and doing that next assignment. That is our week 2 announcement. Once again, if you have any questions or need any help with anything, let me know. And as far as action items for me, tonight I'll be finishing looking at the discussion board questions and the first reflection on the Wakelet week 1. If you need any help, once again, please use the message box within Canvas, or you can text or call. Have a great week.